when we're looking at different decimal number forms, let's look at standard form first. What does standard form look like? Somebody tell me what standard form looks like, Aubrey.
Standard form is basically like 100,200, and it's just written in the numbers.
Yeah. So with standard form, this one is just the numerals. It's the numbers. You will see this number, the numbers written as numerals, digits, numbers. You're going to see this in a lot of different ways, so you need to know the different terms for it. But standard form, let's do 8 and 1400ths. You're just writing the numbers. Pretty easy, regular, straightforward stuff. What about word form? How would I write that in word form? What's different about word form and how I do it? Somebody different. Dean?
When it's in word form, you're basically making that word into that number in words.
Yeah, we're just writing it in words. So what words would I write down for that number? 8. And when we see the decimal, we write and.
1400.
Good. 14 hundredths. Because we're ending in the hundredths place. So when we do expanded form, I'm going to show you 2 different ways you're going to see expanded form. And you're just copying this in your book on your candy corns. So for expanded form, you guys have been doing this with whole numbers for a while, but it looks a little different with decimals. Sometimes they throw fractions into your expanded form. If I want to show 8 in expanded form, what would I multiply 8 by to get this value? Elise?
8 times 0.1.
No, not 0.1, not times 1/10, times 1, yes. 8 times 1 will give me the value of 8. Do y'all agree?
Yeah.
Okay, so my 8's taken care of. Tyler, what would I show next for expanded form? What am I going to break out?
1 times 1/10.
Good. 1 times, I'm going to write this as a fraction, 1/10. Does everybody agree that if I multiply 1 times 1/10, I'm going to get 1/10?
Yes.
Yes. And what am I going to wrap this up with, Clara? 4 times what? I'm using fractions. 4 times 100. 4 times 100. Do you guys see how I broke it out and I'm using fractions for each of these little sections?
Yes.
Okay, this is one way you're going to see it. The other way you're going to see it, I'll leave that open so y'all can catch up.
Can you close it so we can see what's right on the chart?
It's what I'm writing on right now. We're doing standard form, word form, and expanded form on each of these. So now we're going to do another decimal number, but this time I'm going to take it out to the thousandths place. If you didn't get that all copied down, I promise I'll let you catch up in a second. So this time I'm going to take it out to the thousandths place. Let's say I've got this number here. If I want to write this number in word form, what would that be, Mally? 15,
7,
15, and 728 thousandths. Perfect. So I write 15 and 728. Aren't you glad we have numbers?
It's me.
Thousandths. I write thousand and then add a THS. I've seen some interesting spellings of that. So I've got 15 and 728 thousandths. Now I'm going to practice doing the expanded form with that number out to the thousandths, but I'm going to use decimals instead of fractions this time. What am I going to have to start with? Somebody different. Addison, what am I going to have to start with?
writing 15.
No, we're doing expanded form. We're not going to knock out the whole 15. We have to take it one digit at a time. What am I going to do?
10, just a 10.
Well, what am I going to show for expanded form?
Oh.
1 times 10. Good. What am I going to knock out next, Talia?
5 times 1.
Good. I'm going to do the 5 times 1 and put it in parentheses. Good. And now I'm going to keep going. What am I going to move next to, Elise?
7 times 0.1.
7 times 1/10. So you need to have 0.1 for 1/10. What am I going to hit next, Lila?
You're going to do 2 times 0.01.
And 0.01 is 1/100th. Good. And what am I going to wrap it up with? Somebody different. Brandon. 8 times. No, 001. 8 times 1,000th written as a decimal looks like this. If you put 0.008, that's going to give you 64 thousandths. So be careful with that, okay? We're multiplying it by things that will give us these numbers. And guys, if you look back at the first one, if I want to get back to 8 and 1400ths, if I do 8 times 1, I get 8. I do 1 times 1/10, I get 1/10. I do 4 times 100th, I'm going to get 400ths. When I add all these guys up, I'm going to end up with my standard form numeral that I started with. Do you see? If your expanded form does not add up to the number you started with, then you took a wrong turn and you used the wrong numbers.